Well, welcome to the Fitness Center for our Top 20 dinner. As is our custom, I would like to take the time and have our Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would please stand, rise, and rise. And join me with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and please be seated. My name is John Wilhelm, and I'm principal of Hamilton High School. On behalf of Superintendent Mr. Tony Orr and our Board of Education, I'd like to welcome you to our 2017 Hamilton High School Top 20 Dinner. Tonight we are here to celebrate 4 years of outstanding high school scholarship and acknowledge our best senior students at Hamilton High School. This is always one of my favorite events of the year. Those of you who have been to this event before will notice a couple changes. Number one, we have a different venue. And I would personally like to thank Mr. Orr as well as Mr. Holbrook for suggesting this and then making this happen too. It takes a lot of effort to put something on like this on, and we appreciate their help. 2 women and a kitchen provided dinner. I already told them that bill goes to 533 Dayton Street, not to 1165 Eaton Avenue, that's for sure. And to our top 20 students, I want to thank you for how you represent Hamilton High School as well as our community. This group is more than just grade point averages and class ranks. Each one of the students that we honor today is unique in their abilities and talents. But one thing they have in common is the indelible mark that they will leave on Hamilton High School, and I thank each and every one of you for that. The great thing about this event is not only do we get a chance to honor our top students, but it's also a way for them to honor the teacher and mentors who have meant so much to them in their educational experience. Seated with our students and their families are the teacher mentors they have chosen to honor. I want to thank all of the teachers who have been selected by the students for this event. It's quite an honor and one that I know you will appreciate. Just today, I received and viewed an email about a teacher at Hamilton High School, and I want to take a time and read it to you because I think it speaks to the volume, the character, and the talents of the teachers who are in this room right now. So this was an email. You were her first and most influential teacher. I can still recall how she lamented your high standards, your refusal to coddle, and your relentless push to perform. But when the year was over, she believed in herself. In that classroom cauldron of teenage angst, you forged a scientist. You have a gift and made a difference in what is often a thankless job. Keep doing what you are doing. You are remembered and appreciated. And so, to the teachers here tonight, I also want to convey those thoughts. You are remembered and appreciated. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to turn the event over to Allison Bridge. Allison is one of our school counselors, and she is going to be leading us through our recognition of our top 20 students. Allison.
Good evening. My name is Allison Bridge, and as John said, I'm on a team of counselors here at Hamilton High School, and I want to welcome you all again to our Top 20 dinner. We're so happy that you can come to celebrate the achievements of our top 20 students. They've all worked extremely hard over their time at Hamilton High School, and we know that they have very bright futures ahead of them. The class of 2017 has been awarded at this point over $9.6 million in scholarships. This morning it was 9.2, and it's jumped to 9.6 today, so that's pretty awesome. And over 2.9 million was received by the top 20 students in this room alone. So that in itself speaks to the incredible work ethic, determination, and passion that lies within each of you. I'd like to point out that in the program, each student has written about their favorite educational memory. And at this time, I'll be introducing each student so that they can come up to the podium to briefly talk about their future plans and introduce their guests. So first up, we have Deanna McPeak, who will be attending Wright State University.
I'm actually very surprised that it's like near my face because I'm short. Okay. So as you see, like I'm going to attend Wright State University and I'm going to major in biochemistry and molecular biology and take like a pre-med route to that. I chose my college because they have like such a great like medical program in general, like whether it's, undergrad, and I got accepted into the honors program. So with that, I get to do start a research position my freshman year. So I think that's awesome. Let's see. My educational mentor is Miss Louise Jewett. Round of applause, please. Yes. So she was my chemistry teacher my sophomore year, and I doubled up on science my sophomore year because I was insane. And so I had Jewett, and she always made it worth my while, and I am just I love chemistry, and obviously because I'm doing it for my major and my career. So kind of having her and the experiments and her energy and everything else, it was just awesome. My other guest is my father, Donald McPeak, aka Don. He's kind of been my rock throughout the year. He picks me up from school and he's like, "Yo, how was your day?" And I'm like, Or it's "It was okay." And he's like, "Are you telling me the truth?" So he's kind of been able to talk through things, and it's been kind of awesome. And then my mother also, she's kind of also been there, just kind of talking things through. And while they might not be able to help me with my homework, they're always there to talk it through still. Yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of great having them there. And also other teachers in this room that I just want to give a shout out to, like Miss Palachi, bless you. Where are you? Palachi, my love. There was a time when Palachi, my father was in the hospital for a little bit, and Palachi made a casserole for my family. But I'm a vegetarian, and I have been for 3 years. So she made my own casserole that did not have chicken. So just Palachi and Carlson for always pushing me to be the best that I can be. And yeah, thank you.
Next, we have Erica Stabel, who will be going to Ohio Dominican University.
Hi, I'm Erica. I'm going to be going to Ohio Dominican University in Columbus. I'm going to be playing soccer for their soccer team. I chose Ohio Dominican, well, a lot of reasons. It's really, really small, and I like small schools. And then Ohio Dominican has a really unique science program. It's very small classes, but the teachers are really great. And they actually have a cadaver lab, which I think is pretty cool. Sorry to those who don't. And then Ohio Dominican is really close to my brother, and we're BFFs, so that was cool. I'm going to be studying, I'm going to have a really weird track, but I'm going to be getting a major in biology, and then this is my plan, I want to get my nursing, it takes 2 more semesters, and then after that, I want to go to medical school, and I'm not really sure what I want to do there, but I have this thing for eyes, so I might be something with eyes, I don't know. Okay. Today, I brought Carlson. The story of Stabel and Carlson started in 10th grade. She was my honors bio teacher, and she introduced me to this amazing thing called science, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm kind of a sucker for it. Her class is I could pinpoint it's the reason that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. It made me fall in love with science, and I read textbooks for fun. And I just can't get enough of science. But other than just being an amazing teacher, she's always there for me. I probably email her 15 times a week. She's probably sick of me by now, but that's okay. But she's always there for me. She teaches me I don't have to be perfect, but that I need to always try my best. And I'm gonna stop talking. But shout out to all the other teachers out there because I love you all, and I'm making eye contact with you. So you know who you are. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Chloe Cummins, who is going to be going to University of Cincinnati.
Hello, I'm Chloe. I'm going to the University of Cincinnati. Well, I'm starting out at Blue Ash and then transferring to main campus. It's a lot cheaper. And I am going to major in biochemistry and declare a second major in cell molecular biology. And I want to thank Carlson and Jewett for that because I fell in love with genetics and then chemistry is just great. I brought Mr. Matt Nickel with me. He was my AP Euro teacher last year. I brought him because I felt like he actually prepared me. I mean, a lot of other teachers prepared me, but I felt like I was in a traditional college class with him. Like, we lectured 4 out of the 5 times a week, and then we had a seminar. And also, he helped me through a lot of things. Like, last year, I was like, sophomore year, I struggled. Last year, I was trying to like recuperate from me, like struggling. So he helped me through that, like emotionally. And then I brought my mom, Trudy Bagley. She has helped me a lot. She has kept me sane through all these years. And my non-existent guest that was supposed to be here, he's right down the street. My stepdad, Dan Bagley, he has helped me a lot through a lot of things. And he was like that father figure I never had either, which really helped me. And I wish he could be here tonight, but he's saving lives right now. So that's all. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Next, we have Emma Bain, who is also going to University of Cincinnati.
Hi, I'm Emma. First of all, I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that all of the top 20 are women, so I think that deserves a round of applause. I plan to go to the University of Cincinnati because it's close to home, but it's also not too close, so I will still have a little bit of freedom, and yeah, that's about it. I plan to major in chemical engineering. I was originally undecided between chemistry and chemical engineering, and I love chemistry, but I know that with chemical engineering, I will have a more lucrative and successful future, so that's why I chose that. My educational mentor, I brought Mr. Marley. He was my AP government teacher last year, and he is just really chill and really hilarious, and he's a great teacher. I ended up passing the AP test, so that's good. And so I thank you for coming, and I want to thank a lot of other teachers, Mr. Eaton, because he's just a great teacher, and he's always been there for us, like always. Madame, because I loved French, and she was a great teacher too. And Mrs. Engel isn't here, but I wish she was, because she's also just one of my favorite teachers that I've ever had. And I've only known Mrs. Soar for 1 year, but she's definitely one of my favorite teachers I've ever had as well. So yeah, and my guests are my mom, who I love very much, and I just am very grateful for everything that she's done for me. And I brought my friend Skylar because I've only known her for like 3 or 4 years, but we've been really close, so that's it.
I'd also like to point out that the first 4 girls are all studying a STEM field, which is amazing. So I think that's really cool too. Next is Megan Burtis, who will be attending Miami University.
Well, I'm Megan, and like she said, I'm going to Miami University, and I'm breaking the streak because I'm going in political science. And I want to be a human rights lawyer, so hopefully law school after that. So, it's good. And I'll be going to Miami University because really it offered me the most opportunities, and I would be lying if I didn't add that it was because I got a full ride there, so that obviously played a huge role. And my educational mentor is Miss Palachi. This is our 3rd year running as teacher and student, and really she's been one of my best friends. Like, makes me sound kind of sad, but really my teachers are like my closest friends at school. Like they're pretty great. And like Pilates room has always been a safe space for me, and I love like everything about her. And really all the teachers here, I have to thank all of them because like they're just so fantastic. And I don't think I've ever had a teacher in the school district that hasn't like affected me in some way and made me love learning more, because I do love to learn. And so, thank you.
Next, we have Peyton Hyde, who will be going to Ohio State University.
Hello, everyone. Like she said, my name is Peyton Hyde, and I will be going to Ohio State University. I will be studying chemical engineering, and in the future for my career, I hope to work in the cosmetic industry. So, what made me fall in love with Ohio State? If you've ever been to Ohio State, the campus, everyone there, you look around and you know everyone loves being there. And as soon as I went up there was such a sense of community there, and I was dying to be a part of it, and I'm very excited for the fall. So now to introduce my mentor, Mr. Shermer. So when I was trying to pick a mentor to choose, I was thinking, and I've had a lot of great teachers over the years, and every year I have a favorite, and so I was thinking, how in the world am I going to choose who I'm going to bring? And I thought, well, Mr. Shermer has been with me all 4 years of my high school experience. So that is really the reason why I chose him, because all the teachers that I've had that I've loved so much have helped me grow as a person the year that I have them. But Mr. Shermer has been with me all 4 years since I was a baby freshman. He was my world history teacher, and up to senior year, I've been an office worker for 3 years now. So I've been with him every day of my high school career. I have a lot of memories with him. You know, if you know Mr. Shermer, he's a real funny guy. 9th grade year, some of my favorite memories with Mr. Shermer. I've got some good ones. 9th grade year, probably the best one is when I didn't wear any makeup to school, and I go up to his desk to ask him a question, and he looks at me and he says, "Ooh, you wake up late today?" And I said, and then sophomore year, I had 3rd period study hall. And I remember the very beginning of the year, Mr. Shermer marched into study hall and he grabbed me and he said, "Peyton, you're going to be an office worker." He's like, "You are not going to be in study hall. You're going to be in the office, in the administration office, of course, not the counseling office." So then junior year, probably the best, most Mr. Shermer thing that he did all year, I'm sitting doing my homework in the office, and my phone's out on the table. And I don't know what I said to him, probably something funny, I'm not sure. And he got a little aggravated and he took my phone from me and he walked out in the hallway and he put my phone in the ceiling. I don't know if you remember this, Mr. Shermer, but you're a tall guy and I couldn't get my phone out of the ceiling, but at the end of the period, you got it out for me. And my senior year now is, my favorite memory would have to be when, 2 weeks into this school year, I reserved him for this. I said, "Mr. Shermer, you're going with me. I'm sorry," before all the good teachers were taken up. And he said, "No, Peyton." He said, "You have to make me an invitation or I'm not going." And so, yes, I didn't the whole year, and about a month ago maybe, I finally colored him an invitation so he would agree to come to this with me. So, Mr. Shermer, those memories to all of you might not sound so nice, but, you know, our relationship is very unique, and he is one of the only teachers that I can say that I feel close enough to, joke around with, and I feel just a really strong bond with Mr. Shermer, and I'm very thankful for everything you've done for me. My other guests are my parents, Ronnie and Rick Hyde. They're great. And I just want to say thank you to all of my other teachers that have helped me get to this point. Thank you all.
Okay. Next is Molly Snyder, who is also going to Ohio State.
I'm taller than the rest of you, sorry. Okay, so yeah, I'm Molly. I'm probably going to Ohio State. I haven't committed anywhere yet, but regardless of where I go, I'm going to study public affairs or public policy and hopefully focus in environmental policy, because in my environmental science class this year, I've realized how important it is for people who feel strongly about things to stand up. It's not enough to care about things. You have to be willing to put in the effort to make change. So yeah, that's that. So my educational mentor, I gotta say, I love like every single teacher in this room. Basically, I've not had a bad teacher going to Hamilton, but Madam Steerhoff, my French teacher, is one of the best teachers I've ever had. I loved being in French. It didn't really ever feel like learning. It was more of just like a fun class. You just get to go and have fun. And I don't think I've ever had a teacher that loved Broadway more than I do, or Disney, so it was good to have a teacher to share that with. But like I said, I've had so many good teachers, like the various math teachers. I've had like 4 math teachers, and all my English teachers have been so great. And so yeah, there's that. And my other guests are my parents, Bob and Jenny Snyder. Without my mom, I probably wouldn't have filled out any college applications this year or any scholarships, so I would be paying like completely out of, yeah, my mom is the reason that I'm like applied to colleges. And my dad also wanted me to point out that he is like Chloe's stepfather, saving lives every day as a cop. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, next we have Brittany Thomas, who will be attending Miami University.
Hello. Like she said, I'm going to Miami University. I'm double majoring in early childhood education and entrepreneurship and minoring in photography. My educational mentor that I brought is Allison Whalen. She was my 3rd grade language arts teacher, and she really made me fall in love with writing. And she also made me want to become a teacher too, because she really loved and cared for all of her students. The other people I brought were my parents, and I just want to thank you for loving me and telling me to follow my dreams and supporting me throughout the years, even when I get really stressed. And that's all. Thank you.
Taryn Lauer is next, who will also be going to Miami.
My name's Taryn Lauer, and I will also be going to Miami. I think I'm going to Miami Hamilton next year, and then I will then go to Oxford for my junior and senior year, like Chloe, a lot cheaper. I will be going to education, and I think that I really have a passion to want to be a teacher. And I think that after, as you can see, all the other people up here talking about how great all their teachers are, I don't know what age level I want to teach right now, but I don't think that you can mess up, because as Brittany has her 3rd grade teacher here, I know I loved my elementary years, and all through high school, just every teacher has had an impact on me. The teacher I brought, my mentor, is Sarah Welty, and she's a counselor at the high school. And as a student going through honors and AP classes, we always want rubrics, and I want to know exactly what I need to do, but life isn't like that, and it's like you go through all these years doing these projects and writing these papers, and I think that as a senior in high school, then we're like, life, and you have to choose careers, and I think that Miss Welty was there through that, and she sat down and she would help me, and I think, oh God, I'm gonna knock this over. And so I just think that all the teachers, just all through elementary and all through middle school and high school, just have been absolutely great, and that is also why I want to be a teacher, and I want to be able to have the impact and care about kids, like teachers have cared about me. And I think I'm biased because I go to Hamilton City Schools, but I would always say that I definitely think that Hamilton has the best staff and the most caring teachers. through club soccer teams, all the Hamilton girls are like, hey, Mr. Shermer, hey, Carlson, hey, my third grade teacher. And, and then the other girls are like, oh yeah, I had that one teacher. No, but I don't know. I just think that Hamilton has great teachers, and I would love to be like one of them someday. And then I also, my dad is right there, Dre Lauer. And then my mom is in the back, Angie Lauer. She's also a teacher, and seeing what she does every day, it just like, I want to be able to do that. And then also, above all else, I want to thank all the friends and the people the rest of the top 20, just for going through school with me. And I think that there are all these adults that we go to, but then there's just a different connection you have with your friends. And yeah, teachers will be like, hey, study for this test. Hey, you gotta do this. But it means a lot more when your friends are like, hey, no, you need to study for this test. And then I'm like, okay, I'll study for the test, or whatever. But I just think that also with all the friends, just encouraging you and be like, hey, let's study for the test together. And so I just think that the relationships that I have had throughout the years, that's what I want to continue to do through life. And I just have a lot of people to thank, and everybody is in this room. So thank you very much.
Next, we have Elise Hill, who will be going to Wright State University.
Hi, I'm Elise. I'm going to Wright State University. I want to major in biochemistry and molecular biology, and I want to minor in deaf culture. So the one thing I really love about Wright State is that as soon as I toured their department, they talked about how they would get you ready for the world and for med school. I love that. So I'm really excited to go. And they also have a great and emerging ASL program, and I'm really excited that eventually I will get to be a part of that. So today I brought Heather Hudak, and I have had her class for 2 years now, and it's been amazing. I love her class. And she always tells us that we're a family. Once we enter that classroom, we're a family. And it does feel like that. And I love that. I love that sense of bond that most of us have with our teachers here. And I think that's really special, and I love it. Mrs. Hudak has really inspired me, because I wasn't really sure that I wanted to pursue anything, specifically besides science. But once I took her class, I love it so much. And so that's also what I want to do. So, and I also have with me my wonderful parents, Beverly and Stephen Hill. And they have supported me through thick and thin, no matter what. Even though there have been disagreements, like doubling sciences, AP Chem. But throughout it all, they have supported me and accepted my decisions, no matter what they were. And thank you for that.
Next, we have Megan Mills, who will be attending Miami University.
Hi, I'm Megan, and like she said, I'm going to Miami University, Oxford. And I chose Miami because I just like the college town feel that it has, and it's only 15 minutes away from home, so that's a plus. I want to I plan on majoring in the Farmer Business School, and I want to do marketing and management. And after school, I would like to go into real estate and own my own business, like around that. And my educational mentor is Miss LeSueur. I've been lucky enough to have her as both my teacher and soccer coach. And I'm also lucky enough to say that I've taken every single class that she's taught. So that's Honors U.S. History, Economics, Sociology, AP Psychology. And today she reminded me that I was also her TA. She's probably the most hardworking and caring and inspiring teachers that I've had. She's been important to my success because she's pushed me to be the best student I need to be. And every day I look forward going into her class and learning something new. Not only is she a teacher, but she's currently in school for her doctorate degree, but that doesn't draw her attention away from her students. She puts every student above herself and tries to be the best teacher she can be. I don't know another teacher that stays up late at night doing the AP psych exam review sessions on Twitter. I know everybody in psychology right now is really thankful for that. The amount of time and work she puts into her students' education is so inspiring. Ms. Lesor doesn't only encourage her students to learn, but she also pushes them to go beyond and ask their own questions. And she's always there to answer them, and she's excited to do that, which I love. After having Ms. Lesor as a teacher, I found myself wanting to know more than I ever wanted to. I actually question things in the world now. I look up to her in so many ways, and I just hope one day I'm as driven and hardworking as she is. And I just want to thank you for being such an encouraging and courteous teacher throughout all 3 of my years at Hamilton High. Today, I also brought my parents, Ann and Craig Mills. Thank you guys for being so amazing. You both pushed me to be to my fullest potential and always pick me up when I fall. Ever since I was little, you've taught me to be kind and honest and confident and hardworking. Everything I do is because of you two, and you don't know how grateful I am for you guys. Thank you so much for guiding me in the right direction and making me the person I am today. Love you guys. Thank you.
Next is Katie Vieira, who will be going to Bowling Green State University.
Hi, I'm Katie. I was definitely expecting you to say Catherine, but you didn't, and I appreciate that. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mom. I'm going to Bowling Green State University to major in early childhood education, and I'm really excited to go to Bowling Green because for the longest time I was like, I'm going to go to Miami University. That's my decision. And then I got accepted in Bowling Green, and I was like, oh, well, Bowling Green, that's an option. So I went, and the campus was it had a really homey feel. It was small, and I liked that. And then after discussion with my parents and Mr. Neary, I decided that Bowling Green was the best decision for me. So my educational mentor is Mr. Neary. He is my teacher academy teacher, so I've had him for these past 2 years. And it's definitely been a fun time. We've had a lot of laughs in that class. And one of my favorite memories is me and some of the other students walked in, and he was eating a bowl of oatmeal. And it was the first time we've ever seen him eat oatmeal, and we have teased him for it since then, and he's never eaten it since then. But we tease him all the time about oatmeal, and it's just, we laugh a lot in that class. And then we've also been writing portfolio papers all year, and I submitted mine today, 79 pages long. And that's exciting, so hopefully I get that college credit. My parents are my other guests today, Kim and Jenny Vieira. A lot of you know them as Mr. and Mrs. Vieira, because, they teach at the high school. Well, Mom did, and now my dad's still there. And it's interesting having him there, because all the time I'll hear in the hallway, oh, it's Mr. Vieira's daughter, or somebody walks up and they're like, today I heard this story about this thing you did when you were 5, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, I didn't know I did that, so thanks. Or another one I get a lot is, oh, your dad's my favorite teacher, he's so funny. And I'm like, well, you don't live with him, but. No, he's pretty funny at home too, but yeah. I love them, they're my #1 fans. I've been in show choir for 6 years, and they have not missed a single performance, a single competition. They're definitely my biggest supporters, and I love them so much for that, so thanks.
Next is Angelica Robert, who is going to Ohio University.
Hello, like Ms. Bridge said, I'm going to Ohio University, and one of the reasons why I picked Ohio University is because they have a really good psychology program, which is what I'm going to major in. As for the future with psychology, I want to go into clinical psychology and specifically help with adolescents and teenagers in high school. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Ms. Lesor. She basically helped cement the idea for psychology after I took her AP Psych class last year. The class was it was both mentally challenging and intriguing at the same time. So I just want to give her a quick shout out. The educational mentor that I brought was Miss Suzanne Gill. It's very unfortunate that I only got to meet her this school year. I wish that I met her earlier, especially earlier in my high school career. I think she would have helped me a lot if whenever I've been stressed. But with the short amount of time that I've known her, she's just probably one of the most caring and most passionate teachers that I've had. Whenever she's like excited about a book or excited about a topic, you can't help but be excited with her. I guess you can say the same thing about whenever she's ranting about some things. It's whenever she gets mad, it's kind of hard to not get mad with her. So yeah. The other guests that I brought with me are my parents. I love my parents so much. I think at a very young age, they taught me the very important value of education. Sometimes, personally for me, I always forget how like easy and accessible our education is, and I sometimes forget to like thank just the educational system that we have just in this country. And I'm very grateful for that, especially very grateful for going to a school with such a supportive administrators and supportive counselors and supportive teachers, especially the ones in this room. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Julie Wirtz, who is going to Miami University.
Hello, I'm Julie. Oh, goodness. Like she said, I'm going to Miami University, Hamilton. I decided to go there mainly because since I don't know what I want to do, like I have no idea. So I think I can get the basic classes out of the way, and to be honest, it's cheaper than going to Oxford. I brought with me Mr. Eaton. He is my physics teacher this year, and let me just tell you, I don't know how I would get through that class without him. Going into AP Physics, I didn't really know what to expect. I'd heard it was really terrible and awful, but I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. But to tell you the truth, it is really difficult. But I have like at least 50 questions a day to ask him, but he has no problem answering them, and he always makes sure that I understand, which I'm very grateful for. And also, I'm a very curious person, I always have been. And so I just have random questions sometimes, and he always loves answering them for me, which is also great. And then I brought my parents also, Angie and Jay Wirtz. Throughout like my whole school career, they've always been very supportive. Whenever I'm like stressing about homework, which I do a lot, they always calm me down. And if I'm stressing about getting a good grade for a test, even if I get a B and I'm not okay with it, they're always like, it's fine, you're fine. So they've always been there for me, and I'm very grateful.
Next is Taylor Grable, who will be attending University of Toledo.
Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm going to Toledo in the fall, and I am going to be studying statistics and math. I fell in love with Toledo when I visited this past summer, and, ended up getting a lot of scholarship money, so that's where I'm going this fall. My educational mentor I brought was Mr. Mundy. Mr. Mundy was my sophomore geometry teacher, and he just kind of gave me my love for math. Like, I never really loved a subject until I went to geometry with Mr. Mundy, and I just figured, why not double up on math senior year, and took a statistics class, and then picked my major. And I credit Mr. Mundy to a lot of things that I've done. He was very helpful my sophomore year. He was, always there for me when I was struggling in Miss Carlson's class and Miss Palaci's class and every class I took sophomore year. And, Mr. Mundy's just a great guy. Like, he always talks to people in the hallways, and he's just the greatest. And I brought my parents, Melissa and Danny Grable, and having two parents that work in the district, it's tough because it's always, hey, I know your dad, or hey, your mom was my teacher. But they are very supportive. They're my biggest fans, and I love them a lot. And clearly I wouldn't be here without them. So thank you, parents.
Next, we have Abigail Gentry, who will be going to Ohio University.
Hi. I'm not a big fan of public speaking, so I apologize if I stumble, but I'm going to Ohio University, not because it's a party school, I know it has that reputation, but it's close to home, and I'm a homebody, and it has good education, so I went there. My educational mentor I brought today was Miss Brenda LaBeouf Pearson. I had her for... I had her for 2nd, 4th, and 6th grade, so she was a pretty crucial part of my elementary school. She made me love learning, and I love her, so thank you. I also have my mom and my aunt here. I'd like to thank my mom because I wouldn't describe myself as a go-getter necessarily, but she has always pushed me, even when I was very difficult, so thank you. I'd also just like to thank all the other teachers here. I know you probably only heard me speak in your class about 1 or 2 times, but I really do pay attention, I swear, and I really appreciate you, so thank you.
Next, we have Hannah Breedlove, who will be attending University of Cincinnati.
I'm Hannah. I'm going to either UC or Xavier. Both of them are really great schools, obviously. I mean, they're in Ohio. But UC, I have a lot of connections there from my dad, especially I want to go into the biology and then start out in pre-med. And having the hospital there that my dad worked at, I have a bunch of connections. He knows a bunch of the doctors there. And it would really just help me out with that. But Xavier is a school I've been looking at for a long time. And it's hard to let go when you were set for so long on one school. But I want to be a doctor, a cardiothoracic surgeon, but not everyone believed that at first. He's not even paying attention. I was in class, an English class last year, one day, and I forget what we were talking about, but he was like, I don't think you're going to be a doctor. I think you're going to be a lawyer. And at first I was mad. I was like, he did not just say that to me. He knows I want to be a doctor, told him that a million times, and he did not just say that to me. Now I understand. I understand what he meant. Not mad anymore, don't worry. But now I have to start reading because I wrote a lot about him. There are so many ways in which J.D. Simpson has been important to my success. Even though I've truly known him for about 2 years, he has been the biggest inspiration I could have ever hoped for. He is a teacher that I would go to whenever I was upset because he believed and knew that I could make it out okay. He always knew that I was stronger than... Mr. Simpson. He's just... When my great-grandma died, he was one that I went to because he cares so much. And that's what makes teachers great, is that they care a lot. The schools are the district, or the teachers are the district. I'm so messed up now. The teachers are what make the district. That's about it. Without him, I don't know. Last year would have been hard. This year would have been harder. He's my dude. I could talk to him for hours and never get tired of it. And I have before. Like the last day of school last year, we didn't leave until 5 because I was talking. I was talking. He mostly listened, but he is just, he's one of my favorite people. Most people probably know that. I talk about him a lot. And I always try to go and see him whenever I can. He's just, you're so great. You're so great. I was nervous. He didn't show up until 6, and I was like, oh, he forgot. He's not coming. But I also brought I feel like I'm forgetting, I just can't put into words how much this man means to me. And I even wrote that. I was like, I don't know how I can talk about it, but when I walk across that stage in less than a month, it's not even going to be goodbye. I know where to find you every Sunday. We go to church together. But I also brought my mom and my grandma because, well, this is a top 20 of girls, so I brought 2 girls to come with me. My mom was also 17 in her graduating class, so that was kind of special. I'm pretty sure she planned that. But my grandma, she is like the glue that holds this family together. Like without her, I don't know what I'd do. I wouldn't be buying fish randomly. I know that for sure. I buy fish for her. And my mom, she's just one of the most hardworking people I know. God. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? I really hope so. Because if that's true, I'll be all right. I'll be just fine in life. No one will ever knock me down. I'm going to start crying.
Next, we have Sarah Hughes, who will be attending University of Cincinnati.
Got a paper. I'm nervous because I'm so excited about the blanket I'm about to get. Yeah, I'm going to UC for journalism because not all of us can be good at math. I chose UC because of its proximity to home and its generous financial aid and its beautiful campus. And I'm majoring in journalism, which is probably risky with fake news and whatever the heck BuzzFeed is these days. But I'm majoring in journalism because I like to write, and I hope maybe one day to become a political or society reporting journalist. And I invited with me my freshman English teacher, Miss Caudill. Clap extra long. Because of her undoubtable importance in the foundation of my career as both a student and as a writer. I remember in freshman year, I hated that stupid orange vocab book that we always had to fill out. I hated doing it, but now I can use words like meretricious, at risk of sounding like a pretentious jerk, but yeah, so because of her, I was able to be a successful student and a successful writer, and part of me being here tonight is due to her, so thank you, Ms. Caudill. And if you're an English teacher out there that I've had, just know, yeah, I would die for you. I love you. I really would, and thank you. And thanks to my parents for being parents.
I truly only have 2 jobs: read the names, give the blankets. I'm trying my best. Okay, next we have Kendra Hatfield, who will be attending University of Cincinnati.
Hi, I'm Kendra Hatfield, and I plan on going to UC Blue Ash. I chose that school due to them being known for dental hygiene, and I chose dental hygiene because I love teeth. I know it's weird, but I do. I chose Miss Blevins to come with me, and if I wasn't going into dental hygiene, I probably would go into teaching just because of her. She's like a sweet angel, as she would call everyone. I know that anytime I can go to her to talk to her, and I had her my sophomore year for English, and then junior year I felt completely lost because I didn't have her. So I took yearbook, and I'm her TA. And I just always go to her and talk to her, and I sit in her room for lunch half the time just to talk. And I was blessed enough to have Miss Gill, who's pretty much her twin. They're both sweet angels. So thank you very much. I brought my mom with me, and if you know me, you know my mom's my total best friend. She gets me through everything, and she's just my support system. And I brought Amber Gosnow with me, who's my future sister-in-law. But she's always been the sister that I never had. She's always there for me. She always comes to my soccer games, and she just motivates me to always be positive, even though sometimes going through school, it's easy to be not positive. So, and I thank all of you teachers and all of you staff, and Miss Lesore, almost called you your first name, but I feel completely prepared for college because of her class. It's been the most stressful thing I've ever done, but I'm going through it. So thank you guys.
And next we have Rebecca Larman, who will be going to Miami University.
Okay, I'll try to make this quick since I'm the last one. Hi, I'm Becca. I plan to go to Miami Hamilton next year. I had the opportunity to take a career tech class, so I'm in the cosmetology program at Hamilton. So I will graduate May 17th, obviously, so I am allowed to take my boards class right after that, so I will be a licensed cosmetologist. I'm currently working in a salon. I do plan to continue cosmetology as my future career, but I will major in small business management at Miami Hamilton. I do plan to live at home for the next few years to build my clientele up and really work on my craft with my mentors at the salon that I work at and really work on that. I brought my 6th grade math teacher, Mrs. Debbie Howard. Miss Howard really set the foundation that I have now for all the academics. She gave so much homework, honestly. As a 6th grader, it was so much homework, and like her class was really hard to me, and she really set the foundation that I think the work ethic that I have now that really got me to where I am as now in top 20, and the good work ethic that I've developed. I'd like to thank my parents and all the support that they've provided me and all the decisions that I've made and my career life choices and the support that they've provided me. And I'd also like to thank all my friends and teachers at Hamilton that I've had throughout the years and that we made it through senior year, and that's been the best year yet. So thank you.
All right, thank you, seniors. This is an exciting time for us. The year is winding down, summer's coming, and we get the opportunity to hold a few great events such as this one and truly celebrate all the amazing accomplishments of our senior class. We are all so proud of you and know that when you leave these doors, you will never go without support. The educator mentors who are sitting with you have impacted your life and will continue to be there for you. It is what we do as educators. I would like to take a minute to have all the educator mentors please stand so that you can be recognized for being an inspiration to all students. Students, from Hamilton City School District, we wish you the best of luck in everything you pursue. We cannot wait to hear about the incredible adults you become and the success that life brings to you. Thank you all for coming.